Everyone here shares a vital common interest. We need to eat food. It is essential for our lives. It is important to recognize the foods that make up our diets and why we need to or prefer to eat them. Although we are all in a way connected by our needs for food, our food preferences may distinguish us from one another. For example, I know I need the nutrients in foods like salmon, but the texture of salmon freaks me out. I won't eat it. However, I'm sure there's salmon lovers here tonight, and those of you who are, perhaps you prefer it for different reasons. Its taste, its health benefits, or because it's a food you can locally get. We know that we need food to live, but we lack an understanding on why we need to or prefer certain foods over others. My research seeks to identify these food preferences as an important part of food security through a case study exploring the perceptions of Inuit on their needs for food. Food security exists when all people at all times have access to enough safe, nutritious, and culturally appropriate foods to maintain an active and healthy life. Food insecurity exists when any of these conditions are not met, so when people do not have the right amount of foods that they need. Current research shows a drastic difference in the rates of food security between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples here in Canada. For example, 44.2% of Inuit in Northern Labrador are considered food insecure, which is more than 4 times their national average. Like many food preferences that you may have, food is more than just the nutrition it gives Inuit. Rooted in Inuit culture are preferences for wild foods like caribou and seal that connect them with their culture and their identity. These foods are critical for providing Inuit with healthy foods and connecting Inuit to their environment, which supports their cultural identity and their health. However, changes in their social and physical environments are challenging the use and availability of these wild foods and making Inuit more vulnerable to food insecurity. My research seeks to identify the nature and diversity of food needs within a northern Inuit community and the ability of a food program to support them. I'm doing this through a mixed methods design that's divided into 2 phases. In phase 1, the qualitative phase, I completed 18 interviews in the community of Hopedale on their perceived needs for food, which I've learned so far fall into 3 categories, including 1, personal, so having foods that taste good to you, 2, cultural, like needing wild foods from the land, and 3, social, like having enough food to share a meal with your family and friends. In phase 2, the quantitative phase, I'll attempt to measure the importance of these needs through a community-wide survey, as well as assess the ability of a food program to meet them. Food insecurity is a serious global issue that we are seeing disproportionately here in Canada among our Indigenous peoples. By adding to our understanding on the different needs for food, my research will help inform the process of developing community-level solutions to food security issues. Thank you.